Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us, damn it.
Greetings, Joshi family, BuzzHumans, and the rest of the relevant Rasslin crew and extended fam. As always, it's me, the voice behind Relevant Rasslin Productions and your humble narrator for this evening's main event. It's Joe Fortune, aka Joshi Joe. BuzzHumans, Joshi family, this is episode number 8 of the most relevant and buzzworthy podcast and videocast about Joshi Puroresu, aka Japanese women's professional wrestling. This is I Dream of Joshi. Now, BuzzHumans, before we get into it, I gotta plug the social media as always, so you can continue to ride the buzz waves with us. So make sure to check out all of our social media platforms. Join the Relevant Rasslin Facebook group at facebook.com/relevantrasslin. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Relevant Rasslin. Subscribe to the Relevant Rasslin Productions YouTube channel. Make sure to check out the BuzzList on there. Got a bunch of cool matches for you guys to watch that are picked out for y'all. Check us out on Tumblr. Watch and chat with us on Periscope and Twitch. Listen to our podcasts on Audioboom, Google Play Music, TuneIn, and Spotify. Make sure to play the Relevant Rasslin BuzzTunes Mixtape playlist on Spotify for all of your listening needs. A bunch of 6 singles and tracks that we've been listening to this year while we work on things here in the Relevant Rasslin Productions studio. Make sure to read our relevant reviews on our Facebook group notes page, our contributions to the Japanese Puro Ichiban page on WordPress, and my brand new section on falsefinishproductions.com, the relevant review section. So check that out. And make sure to hit us up for your copy of the world's most interactive wrestling zine, The Relevant Rag, the most relevant and buzzworthy wrestling-related zine on the planet. So, BuzzHumans, Joshi family, episode 8 of I Dream of Joshi. If this is your first time listening, I thank you for tuning in. If you're returning and you're part of the Joshi family who supported us over the past 8 months, 8.5 months, then I thank you for returning. So this is I Dream of Joshi, which is my relevant journey into the buzzworthy world of Joshi Puroresu, aka Japanese women's professional wrestling. You know that I'll be coming at you with the news, rumors, results, and of course my classic recommended Joshi match of the month. So BuzzHumans, I gotta apologize for this late episode. Did not put an episode out last month, so I guess we can say we are usurped as the world's only monthly episodic Joshi Puroresu podcast, as there are a few other Joshi podcasts out there, which you guys should check out, but I'm not going to put them over too heavily and give their names. You know, Google's your friend. But yeah, we're back. Last month was a little busy for us here at Relevant Rasslin Productions. Not making any excuses, but you know, we were working on some things with False Finish Productions, and now that we are part of their family, you know, we'll be able to reach even more of you and bring you more content, which has always been the goal here. So yeah, we're back. Episode 8, like I said, I Dream of Joshi. You know, ready to take back the crown as the most relevant, buzzworthy, the best, your favorite, the most awesome. Yeah, enough of that. Joshi podcast. Yeah, just support women's wrestling and you know, support other podcasts too. That's what it's all about. So we got a lot to cover. You know, a lot's gone on in the world of Joshi, and let's not waste any more time bullshit and let's get right into it. Episode 8, here we go. I Dream of Joshi. Where should we start, Buzz Humans? Let's see. Let's start with Tokyo Joshi Pro. So, here we go. Yuka Sasaki, Miyu Yamashita, and Shoko Nakajima will make their United States debut on August 31st, 2018, as they will be a part of the Chikara Trios tournament. That should be really awesome. That's always a fun event that I would love to get to, but you know it's down in Philly, and sometimes it's just out of my budget to travel down there all the way up, you know, from Western Connecticut. But the trios tournament's awesome. You always see crazy combinations of teams, stables, hilarious Chikara groups, retro teams. In the past, I think we've definitely seen other Joshi girls in the tournament. I can't quite remember which promotions exactly besides Sendai girls. I think maybe Ice Ribbon sent some Joshis over before, but I think Team Sendai girls actually won the trios tournament 2 or 3 years ago. So this should be pretty cool because this is Team Tokyo Joshi Pro, and yeah, it's great to see women's professional wrestling, especially Japanese women's professional wrestling, or especially Japanese women's professional wrestling represented over here in the States. Yeah, here we go. This is pretty funny. You gotta keep in mind Tokyo Joshi Pro is like the women's division or promotion, whatever, um, of DDT. So there's gonna be some comedy and some funny stuff in there. Even though I talked to Jeremy of the Relevant Wrestling Crew about these matches, and he thought that stuff like this was stupid. But I'm telling you, man, food-related matches, that's what's going to be popping in 2018. Mark my words, the second half of 2018, you'll see even more of these ridiculous matches occur. Just wait, I got some more to talk about in this episode too. But Jun Kasai defeated Hyper Misao in a eat a bag of chocolate or falls count is disabled, falls count anywhere match. So just think about how that one probably went down. Muscle JK Strikes, Marika Kobashi, and Rika Saki defeated Neo Biyashiki Gun, Azusa Christie, and Saki Sama to become the new Tokyo Princess Tag Team Champions. So congrats to them. Good to see a new team get the gold. Miyu Yamashita, however, she successfully defended her Tokyo Princess of Princess title by defeating Rika Tatsumi. Yuki Kamafuku has asked to become the third member of Neo Bishiki Gun, along with Azusa Christie and Saki-sama, but she was told that she needed to prove herself first. So a six-women tag team match was held, pitting Neo Bishiki Gun and Kamafuki against Yu Hiraki and Yuna Manase. Nyoba Shikigun and Kamifuki unfortunately lost, and after the match, in a weird and kind of awkward segment, which was booked that way, so it's not like it came across odd, or flat. Kamifuki said that partners should be friends first, and she no longer wanted to join the group, um, and promptly left the ring. So that was a interesting segment. Let's see, in the coming months, especially with the Tokyo Joshi Pro. There's like the Tokyo Joshi Pro Princess tournament coming up. Uh, that should start the weekend of, that this episode will be out, which is like the weekend of, I think it starts on 6/3. I'm recording this show in the late hours of 6/2 into 6/3. So the tournament will have had already begun while this episode is being recorded or is being edited and posted, but that's okay. We will have full coverage of the Tokyo Joshi Pro Princess Tournament um, on the next episode, and I'm sorry if I am calling that tournament incorrectly. It's just the first time that I have actually heard about it, and I saw some things on Twitter that I had to translate. So I'm sure I'll have the brackets and the breakdown and the winner of that, fully covered on the next episode. Maybe I'll do 2 episodes this month. We'll see how much goes on in the world of Joshi. But anyway, Muscle JK Strikes had their first successful title defense of the Tokyo Princess Tag Team titles by defeating Ito Respect Gun, which is Maki Ito and Mizuki. So let's move on to Oz Academy. Aoi Kazuki has announced her retirement for later this year, so maybe we'll get a little retirement tour from her, and she'll hit up some other promotions and have some interesting matches. We'll see how that goes. And like I said, we're recording this in the early hours of 6/3, but the next big title matches will take place on 6/3 as Yoshiko will defend her openweight championship against Hikaru Shida, and Mission 4K of Akino and Kakuru Sekiguchi will challenge Ozaki Gun of Mayumi Ozaki and Yumi Oka for the tag titles. So on the next episode, I will have the results from that, and we'll see if the champions retained or if we've got new champions. Yoshiko's had that belt for a while now, almost since we started doing this show 8 or 9 months ago. Her reign of terror continues. I know a lot of you out there hate her, and rightfully so. I don't have any issues with her anymore. She made a lot of mistakes in the past, but a lot of promotions still continue to book her, so I think you guys should be more critical of them for booking her than me for not for me not stopping watching her or whatever. For me, I'm not saying I support her, but I don't ignore her, or we don't not cover her here just because of what she's done in the past. Anyway, let's move up to Seedling. Here we are. To bring her up again, Yoshiko and Rina Yamashita defeated the team of best friends Arisa Nakajima and Tsukasa Fujimoto via pinfall. I have pinball written down in my notes here. That's funny. After Yoshiko hit a diving senton onto Arisa Nakajima to win the Ultra 777 U21 tag tournament. Yeah, so usually this would probably give the winners of a tournament like a tag title shot, but since Seedling doesn't have any titles, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe someone could let me know what the victor of this tournament gets, because I didn't get to watch this yet. I'm not really sure if I'll be able to find it, but if I can find this if I can find the show, maybe I'll write a review of it. This is from 615 Seedling. Stay tuned. It has the semifinals and the finals of the U21 Ultra 7-7 tag tournament. But like I said, I don't know what the winners get, so someone please tell me. We need to know. Is it just bragging rights? Are they going to make tag titles? That would be kind of cool if they did. I'm not sure. Let us know. Thank you, Joshi family. You know, I don't proclaim to know everything on here, and if I don't know something, I don't mind for you guys to check me on it and let me know, because I'd rather learn from you guys than bullshit you or botch. All right, so now Sendai Girls. Let's talk about some very controversial things that have gone down in Sendai Girls and Pro Wrestling Wave. Those two will kind of carry over here. Okay, so Ayako Hamada was supposed to defend her newly won Sendai Girls Championship, which if you check out relevant reviews, you will see my review of the 419 Sendai Girls show where Hamada won this title. She was supposed to defend the title on 5/13, but the match was changed from a singles match for the Sendai Girls Championship to a 6-woman tag team match, which did not include Hamada. Hamada was announced as being removed from the card due to poor health. After the show, it was announced that Hamada would be vacating the championship due to poor health conditions. Alex Lee defeated Cassandra Miyagi in a singles match, and Mika Iwata defeated Heidi Katrina in a singles match. With both members of Strong Style Rush victorious in singles matches over the tag champions, the women will be granted a tag title shot on 6/16. Dash Chisako and Chichiro Hashimoto will have a match on 6/25 to determine the new Sendai Girls Championship, as it was, like I said earlier, vacated due to Ayako Hamada's poor health conditions. Now, let's talk about Pro Wrestling Wave, the news and info that I got here, which kind of continues this timeline of events. Pro Wrestling Wave has announced that Ayako Hamada was arrested for substance abuse. Wave also released Ayako Hamada from her contract with the company being taken into police custody. Yeah, guys, so I guess it was found out that Ayako was using meth or something like that. She admitted to snorting drugs. She was acting really strange, and some of the reports said that she had tried to tell, authorities that she was robbed, or what do I want to say, like kidnapped, held hostage by 4 guys. But I think that was just the paranoia or the story that she came up with from being on the meth or whatever drugs that she was on. And when she was tested, obviously that was it. She got busted for it, so there was no denying it after that. And that really sucks because Hamada was having like a career resurgence year. This was a really cool thing I thought they did by putting the title on her. It looked like they were setting up a feud between her and Meiko Satomura, which would be awesome because I consider those two, although they are vets, they are 2 of the best wrestlers, not even women's wrestlers, but 2 of the best wrestlers in the world today. And that sucks that now we're probably never going to get to see that match for the Sendai Girls title. But yeah, that really sucks. And just best of luck to Hamada for whatever happens, because she's one of our favorites here, and we hate to see someone go down like this, but, drug addiction is no joke. Anyway, enough on that. Nagisa Nozaki and Yuki Miyazaki successfully defended their Dual Shock Wave tag titles against Fairy Nipponbashi. I love her gimmick and her little mask. She's so funny. And Yako Fujigasaki. Misaki Ota announced her engagement with DDT wrestler Makoto Oishi. So congrats to the couple there. All right, so let's move on to Ice Ribbon. Congratulations to Hamuko Hoshi. Hami is the new IceXInfinity Champion, having defeated Miyako Matsumoto. I think that was only like her third title defense. Wow. At KFC Hall. Mia Yim, who I met recently at Beyond Wrestling and Women's Wrestling Revolution, who is a sweetheart and just awesome all around wrestler. Another, very underrated and contender for one of the top wrestlers in the world, Mia Yim. She had an awesome match against Keith Lee at Beyond Wrestling. Made her debut on 5/19, drawing in a 10-minute match against Maya Yukihi. Maruko Nagasaki announced that she would be leaving Ice Ribbon on 5/25, and she's been transferred to Itabashi Pro Wrestling. There were some impromptu guerrilla matches everywhere this week, as poor Tequila Saya has been fighting off a candy horde while working at the Hibaya Garden Festival each day, missing results of some of these matches, but I am thinking that Saya was on the losing end of all of them. She did, however, come in third place overall in the high beer girl competition out of the original 40 who were entered. And that was a little blurb I got from my man Charles Short from the Ice Ribbon fans Facebook page. Yeah, thanks for that. I was kind of confused about what that match was and what was going on there, but I guess there's like some type of a beer festival, and some of the Joshi girls work it, but they wind up having matches there too, so that's pretty interesting. There will be a show for, oh my God, this. I told you about the food stuff. This was the one that Jeremy said was so stupid, but hey, I think this is hilarious. There will be a show for Kayuri and Maika Ozaki's birthday, which will feature a Gekkoku costume tag team match and a 6-woman tag team match where pinfalls and submissions will be determined by whichever team. Oh, no, wait, where pinfalls and submissions will count, but the winner will be determined by whichever team eats the most cucumbers as Kayuri, which means cucumber in Japanese when translated to English, will be controlling the PA system, and anytime she plays a song, the competitors must stop the match and eat cucumbers. So pinfalls and submissions will count, but I think, whichever team has eaten the most cucumbers before the fall happens, they'll be the winners. So let's get into Stardom. Short episode here, but we've covered a lot. But we got, a lot to go through with Stardom as always. Here we go. World Wonder Ring of Stardom. Momo Watanabe defeated Bea Priestley, or B Priestley. I know some of you say it that way. In the finals of the Stardom Cinderella tournament, and was granted a wish, which she used to ask Io Shirai for a Wonder of Stardom title match. As a result of the stables draft, which we spoke about in detail on the last episode of I Dream of Joshi, each newly formed stable was allowed to book a show during Golden Week, Japan Golden Week. The Oedo Tai produced show featured a dance battle and a dance battle, a European rounds match between Martina and Chardonnay, and a big 5-on-5 elimination tag match, which saw Oedo Tai defeat Queen's Quest. The Queen's Quest produced show featured a costume battle royal, which was won by Mayu Iwatani, and a Wonder of Stardom title match that saw Io Shirai successfully defend her title against Kagetsu, gaining momentum into her upcoming match against Momo. The Stardom Stars produced show featured a Jan-Can tournament, which is rock, paper, scissors, which saw B. Presley defeat Azumi in the finals, an 8-women tag team match, which saw Oedo Tai defeat Queen's Quest, and a huge 10-women tag team match, which saw Team Jungle emerge and stand on their own as a new stable, adding Ruaka and Leo Onozaki to the ranks. Konami has signed an exclusive contract with Stardom. Konami All Belts, who I know some of you were big on her little promo earlier this year where she said she was going to win all the belts in Stardom. So now, you know, that just shows you how serious she is as she signed the exclusive contract. Momo Watanabe was granted her wish and had her title match against Io Shirai, where she defeated Io with her modified Tequila Sunrise submission and became the brand new Wonder of Stardom champion. So congrats to Momo Watanabe for that. I know she was featured in the, because I have it over here, the one of the recent, last month's issues of Pro Wrestling Weekly magazine or Weekly Pro Wrestling magazine, however you want to call it, for winning the Cinderella tournament. And I know she's featured in an upcoming one, or one that just recently came out, depending on when you listen to this. You know, for having won the tournament and winning the title. So a lot of coverage for her on that, and big ups, congrats for the 2 huge wins and unseating the queen herself, Io Shirai. Speaking of Io Shirai, and I know this, a lot of you got mixed feelings out there, but I'm very happy for her. Io and Toni as well, Toni Storm, have signed deals with WWE and will be reporting to the Performance Center within the next couple of months. There was a small tournament for the vacant Artist of Stardom Trios Tag Team titles, which was won by the newly renamed Team Jungle to Team Jungle Assault Nation. Freedom of Jungle Kyono, Natsuko Toro, and Kaori Yoneyama. Kagetsu will challenge Toni Storm for the Wonder of Stardom title on 6/9. Deonna Purrazzo, who has cleared up all visa issues, will be returning to the promotion on 6/3 for a short tour before she also heads to WWE. So that's 3 big signings from Stardom. Perhaps the purge has begun once again of Japanese talent by the WWE. Zia Brookside has, here it comes, like I said, Zia Brookside has requested to shorten the dates for her upcoming tour as she is also rumored to be WWE bound. B. Presley as well, also heavily rumored to be heading to WWE at least for the Mae Young Classic, if not for a developmental contract. Speaking of girls going to the States, but this is just, for a little while. Hana Kimura, Hazuki, and Mayu Iwatani will be returning to Ring of Honor on June 29th and 30th in Maryland. Hana Kimura, speaking of Hana Kimura, will be heading to Mexico soon thereafter for a 3-month excursion, which I think is an awesome opportunity for her, and only good can come from that. And, I'm sure she will develop a lot more skills than she already has. As a result of that, we saw what the Mexican tour did for Naito, so maybe we'll see an awesome transformation from Hannah. And that's pretty much all we got, BuzzHumans, for Stardom and the Joshi news and results in general. So before we sign off, let me hit you with our recommended classic Joshi match of the month. I chose this match because I recently placed a pre-order for a t-shirt based off of this event, a Megumi Kudo t-shirt by Matt Botvin. I believe I'm saying his name correctly. Let me just check one time here on, yep, Matt Botvin, who you can check out his work at www.integralhard.bigcartel.com. He made this really awesome Megumi Kudo shirt. It says here, in 1995, Megumi Kudo found herself in a long-standing feud with the Mad Dog military. In addition to one show in Kurikan Hall, Kudo donned a head-to-toe camo suit for her match against Bad Nurse Nakamura at Kawasaki Stadium on May 5th. So with that said, our recommended classic Joshi match of the month is Bad Nurse Nakamura versus Megumi Kudo. Bad Nurse is defending her FMW Independent Women's and WWA Women's titles. Yeah, this one is at the FMW 6th anniversary show. Like I said, 5/5/95 from Kawasaki Stadium with a sold-out crowd of 58,250 fans. Yeah, this is a short one, but it's a banger. The girls go at it right away. This is in the middle of, a big war, like we said. This is in the middle of a big war between Mad Dog military and Kudo. Like I said earlier, so she is ready to pull out all the stops in this one to beat the Bad Nurse. Things get bloody early on. Things get violent early on. Yeah, definitely check this one out. I'll put the link in the description. As always, so you can check that out. I'll add it to the Buzz list on YouTube. But yeah, this is a great one. I have not really featured any FMW matches on here, even though I featured some hardcore matches on here before. So make sure you check this one out. And if you ordered that shirt from Matt Botvin, the Kudome Valentine shirt, yeah, it's a sick one. I'll post a picture of it on the Instagram or something like that later, so you can check that out. So, BuzzHumans, that about wraps things up for episode 8 of I Dream of Joshi. Not a very long one this week, but I think we covered a lot. Like I said, I will try to do these episodes every 3 to 4 weeks instead of every like 4 to 6 weeks, as we've been doing, just so we can hit you more frequently, and keep you up to date, because there's a lot going on in the world of Joshi, and I want to keep you BuzzHumans aware. You should support women's wrestling. You should support Japanese women's wrestling. You should support indie women's wrestling. You should support wrestling in general. BuzzHumans, this has been episode 8 of I Dream of Joshi. Once more, before we sign off, if you will, allow me to plug our social media so you can ride the buzzwaves with us. Here we go. Make sure to join the Facebook group at facebook.com/relevantrasslin. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at relevantrasslin. Subscribe to the Relevant Wrestling Productions YouTube channel. Check out that BuzzList on there. Check us out on Tumblr. Watch and chat with us on Periscope and Twitch. Listen to our podcasts on Audioboom, Google Play Music, TuneIn, and Spotify. Play the Relevant Rasslin BuzzTunes mixtape on Spotify. Read our relevant reviews on our Facebook group notes section, the Japanese Puro Ichiban page on WordPress, and the relevant review section on falsefinishproductions.com. And make sure to hit us up for the most relevant and buzzworthy interactive wrestling zine on the planet, The Relevant Rag. Issue 2 is out right now on print and floppy disk. That's right, you heard it. Floppy disk. So hit us up for that. Only got about 8 copies of the floppy left, but plenty of the printed copy left. Anyway, big shout outs to our Relevant Wrestling crew, Tim, Chris, Jake, Jeremy, and the rest. Big shout out to all our friends all over the podcast world and our contributors to the Relevant Rag. Especially big thanks to False Finish Productions for, taking us under their wing and bringing us on board with them. Can't wait for all the big projects that we have coming up. Working with their brand. Very excited about that. Buzz Humans, Joshi Family, kayfabe may be dead, but originality and diversity are not. Relevant Rasslin Productions. It's always relevant to us. Damn it. This has been episode 8 of I Dream of Joshi. Buzz Humans, Joshi Fam. Be good. Peace.